He knew he was freaking out a little, but it was just such a big jump from knight right over baron all the way to earl. There were people who worked their entire lifetimes focused on nothing but trying to become a noble or rise up in rank. And here he was, jumping all the way to the third tier of the nobility in less than a year. He had kept it together during the dinner, not being willing to let any of the nobles see him sweat or show weakness, but now it was just his friends. He wasn't scared of the responsibility, just shocked and a bit overwhelmed. Hamel laughed at him.
King Toril is crafty. Despite what just happened with Earl and his brother, House Ladair had always been a supporter of the royal family, at least from a political standpoint. He just lost a very wealthy and influential pillar of his faction, and they not only abandoned him, but they also did it in the most spectacular fashion imaginable. You've only been here a short time, and haven't really seen the intrigue side of things since joining the guard and then becoming a wizard apprentice. Trust me, though, it can get ugly. His Majesty just somewhat mitigated the betrayal of one of his supporters by creating a new one all in one action, and he gave you enough wealth to be influential in kingdom politics.
Nate had suspected it was something like that. The problem was he had trained 3 years for one fight, and now he was facing a completely different kind. He didn't even know the combatants in this fight. Good thing the king promised me a teacher. I just hope I don't let him down. The others were listening to the conversation, and Merson clapped him hard on the back.
You won't? We'll do what we can to help.
Hamel nodded in agreement with their friend's statement.
I don't know who the king will assign to teach you what you need to know, but the king informed me that we would be your guards for now, at least until the threat of the blood mages has passed. Believe it or not, that will work in your favour. I am one of the king's personal guards, having been assigned to both his majesty and his heir for the last few years. The other nobles will see that you've been assigned royal guards, and that will raise your prestige. It will show you have strong backing from the king.
Bolt chimed in.
I doubt any of the factions will try anything any time soon. You are an unknown. They will try to learn more about you before they start anything.
Els was a little shocked and poked Nate in the ribs.
I thought you said this kingdom was peaceful and idyllic.
Nate shrugged.
I thought it was.
Merson chuckled, but gave Els a don't worry shake of her head.
We are, at least when it comes to external enemies. We present a united front and stand together, always. That doesn't mean things don't get heated between the noble factions. Ilrune was an aberration. It's been hundreds of years since the last time there was an armed coup attempt like this. Even so, the houses jockey for possession, and they rise and fall over time.
What Nate heard was, this is a fight, but the daggers will be hidden. Fine, if that's the way it is, then I'll prepare and make myself ready for their attacks.